Peace, power, and ascension, black family. I'm out and about right now. Just came from a little cookout, playing pool and all that shit, spades and shit. I just wanted to do this part two while I was out and got a strong signal, because apparently I don't have no strong signal in my house. So I'm gonna keep part two real short, real blunt, and real clear. Now, I forgot where I left off on my part one. Cause I've been doing a lot of other activities today, but pretty much what I want to talk about is just for the message to the black men in Atlantis, and by Atlantis I mean what y'all call America, and Canada, South America, Central America. That's pretty much what I consider to be Atlantis, and I'm only saying that for a specific reason. Let me put my head so I can put my head back, but pretty much the message that what I really wanted to get into for part two was dealing with the brothers that's part of, me personally, I haven't sworn no oaths of secrecy or oaths of silence, but all the brothers that's part of these different fraternal organizations, because this is where a lot of the secrets, the knowledge of the divine feminine is. And this is part of why I had said in my first video that the men are freedom is a masculine thing, and sovereignty is feminine, because for us to accomplish sovereignty, we need the women, because it deals with the X chromosome, the mitochondrial DNA, mother is God concept, and all that type of shit. Mama's baby, papa's maybe vibe. So definitely know who your mother is, or should know who your mother is, or somebody knows who your mother is, but it's not always certain on who your father is. So that's the reason why I said sovereignty is feminine and freedom is masculine. And the reason why I say freedom is masculine, because that also ties into sovereignty, deals with the earth. Freedom deals with the world. We are living in the world is pretty much what we consider to be the mindset, the paradigm of globe earth. When I say earth, or globe planet, or as you would call it, but earth is earth plane. So, and that's tied into freedom. That's tied into sovereignty. Freedom is tied into the world. We want to be in a free world. We want to be free in this world until we can accomplish sovereignty. We want to accomplish freedom until we can accomplish sovereignty. And the part of what I see as from my personal experience and what I've seen, for the most part, the reason why we having such a hard time getting over the milestones dealing with freedom and sovereignty and rights and nationality, and being able to proclaim, declare, and be respected and honored without being under threat, duress, and coercion. We pretty much need the brothers as part of these little secret societies, these occult fraternities. I don't care if you part of one that's in this land, or you in one that's part of some type of African spirituality, or Hindu, Buddhist, Indian, whatever type of spirituality. You still, with the issue that I see is that most of the feminine knowledge, the knowledge of the divine feminine, who she is, what we take from her, what we took from her when we took her crown, and what she needs in order to completely activate herself in the totality of who she is as a divine feminine, because there's so many things that have been taken from her and has been deprogrammed out of her, down to the genetic structure of who she is, and the molecular common all types of alchemy dealing with the feminine energy, period, and what you would consider to be like estrogen and protoestrogen and shit like that, and testosterone, and her understanding just about what she is as a feminine energy, and all that type of shit has been taken from her. It has been, and the real pearls, what I would consider the crystal catalysts, has been kept just as we believe that the Vatican has, in the Vatican Library, buried underneath in Vatican City, is holding a lot of the knowledge of black people and our legacy and all that type of shit. Well, the brotherhoods, these Brotherhood of the Dragons and Brotherhood of the Snakes, which delves into these occult fraternities, and every secret occult brotherhood has came out of these brotherhoods, the pinnacles and the obelisks, and those that worship the pillars, and that deal with the jet pillars and the temples and building temples. Period. The temple of Solomon and all this type of shit. The knowledge, secrets, and secret doctrines and secret teachings and rituals and within the pentagram that's surrounded by the circle, dealing with your magic circle and shit like that. All this knowledge is held by the secret fraternities, and they don't even know how to activate this shit. All this, all this, and I'm not trying to. I'm really trying to get into the habit because I've been seeing a lot of sisters posting that I respect, and I consider part of my divine matriarch, even though they may not consider themselves, but because I see certain spirits and certain energies in them, that I understand that they do have that divine mothership energy inside of them and with them. Let me roll this window up. This motherfucking shit flying out here. And because I see that they there's sisters on here on social media and in my personal life that I know have that divine mothership energy in them, but it's certain things that have been suppressed that you like. It's like I said in one video before, you could get to the point of knowing. Like our concept of freedom, we don't even truly know what freedom is until we are then. Like how we can define what we feel freedom is right now from our oppressed state, our suppressed state, our what they call it, our unactivated genetics, shit like that. But until we actually are free, and then we begin to experience ourselves as free, true and living beings, we really can't define freedom in its totality in the state that we in right now, as compared to the state that when we get to that point of being truly free. You know what I mean? Like once we become free, it'll be a whole nother dynamic of freedom, a whole nother paradigm in which we can examine the concept of freedom from. Until we get to, so right now we can say we want to be free, we desire to be free, but what freedom truly is, we cannot completely grasp it from an oppressed state, from a state where we are incomplete and we are suppressed and we are oppressed and we are subjected to conditions where we have yet to truly experience freedom. So we really can't even express what is freedom to us, or what the full scope of what freedom encompasses until we accomplish freedom. And likewise with sovereignty, once we become free, then we can aspire to some type of sovereignty. But even the way that we explain sovereignty and describe sovereignty now would not be but a percentage of what sovereignty truly is once we are in a sovereign state, a truly sovereign state, or a truly sovereign entity, or in totality, holistically, impeccably, perfectly sovereign, flawlessly sovereign, with no type of opposition to our sovereignty. Then once we reach that point, we can then say, okay, now that I am sovereign, according to the highest concept of sovereignty that I possessed when I was free, or when I was oppressed, or when I was, whatever stage that you are at in your existence. Now that we have elevated beyond freedom and stepped into sovereignty, then we will be able to properly explain what sovereignty is. We will be able to properly give a diagnostics on what encompasses sovereignty now that we are sovereign. Just like I believe, who was it? Rene Descartes, believe he was a French philosopher. He's like, the only way to know is to be. You cannot know a thing unless you be that thing. So we can say that we are sovereign, and we desire to be sovereign. I'm not in front of the police station because that fucking truck look like a police badge. This is some type of mission and shit. Waiting on my cousin at work. But until we step into being free, we cannot really truly describe the totality of what freedom is. We can say what it is from our oppressed state. Same thing, and just like I was saying with sovereignty. And now, with that being said, part of self. Let me see if I can turn this. There we go. We can't really say. I'm trying to get the best lighting in this motherfucker. We can't really say what freedom is. It's things that's going on within the brotherhood, secrets that they have about the divine feminine that have been passed down, because these are ancient secrets that have been passed down from brotherhood to brotherhood, and this is what makes certain brotherhoods so much stronger than other brotherhoods, because they have secrets that are, it's about who has the most valuable resource on this planet. Is not any type of money or any type of natural resource. That the most valuable thing on this planet is secrets. And the brotherhoods that are in the most power, that have the most power and the most elevated right now, are the ones that possess the deepest secrets, the darkest secrets, the most secrets. The secrets about the most powerful beings and the most powerful things, and the most impeccable realities, and the perfect things of this nature. It's secrets that are really the most valuable resource on this planet. The most valued resource on this planet is secrets, and the greatest secret on this planet has been and has always been, the black woman, or the divine feminine, and this is a secret that, and most women talk about. Men don't really know women like that and shit like that. But in all honesty, the men know y'all. These are called brotherhoods. Know women more than women know women, and they know y'all so much that they trying to be y'all and emulate y'all and imitate y'all and replicate your spirit and your soul and your manifestations down to the quantum levels of mechanics. And I'm talking to the brothers right now that especially the ones that's initiated, because I got a lot of brothers that's a part of brotherhoods that I know have sworn oaths, and this is part of the reason why black men can't really vibe and connect with each other for real especially in America, is because a lot of motherfuckers is associated with different brotherhoods, and they have sworn different oaths of secrecy, oaths of silence, and most of the oaths, the secrets and oaths of silence that they have sworn has been based on the divine feminine, has been based on feminine energy and knowledge of women, and the powers and abilities that these sisters really have. And a lot of these brothers know what the fuck what I'm talking about. And that's why I said a lot of brothers that's like Freemasons and ancient Egyptian order and part of these African initiations, Kemetic brotherhoods and shit, and Nubian brotherhoods, and Dogon brotherhoods, and all this type shit. And even here, the sororities and fraternities of college campuses and shit like that, especially out here in Atlanta. And I'm actually in Atlanta Center City right now. But the motherfucking the fraternities and sororities and shit is even have secret knowledge. I mean, even in college, you cannot join a sorority. Y'all females, y'all can't join a sisterhood out here unless you're related to a brother that's part of a sisterhood, or you got an uncle, father, cousin. Talking about male, unless somebody like that is in a fraternity already. The women are not allowed to join that. Why is men not exposing that? Especially these conscious brothers out here. You know what I mean? And this is this type of shit that's really the secret war, the fraternal wars, where men, masculine people, masculine beings, masculine supremacists have a general consensus that men will rule over all feminine energy. All women, we must keep them subjected and subjugated. This is in the knowledge. For those of y'all that I know, I got a lot of Moorish Americans. Taj Tariq Bey wrote a book called The Fall of Man. Check out that book, The Fall of Man by Taj Tariq Bey, published through the Moorish Order of the Round Table. A lot of Moors don't know about the Moorish Order of the Round Table, but they got books that only motherfuckers initiated Moors that's active and been a part of and know some deep shit. You can't. It's some books that they publish that y'all can't get, and when y'all done with them, y'all got to bring them back to the fucking people to the beings of the Moorish Order of the Round Table, the brothers and sisters of the Moorish Order of the Round Table, part itself, and cause so it's the same thing, and they got the knowledge of the divine feminine, divine women, all that shit. And this is the main reason why brothers is divided. This is one of the main reasons why brothers is divided. The other one, of course, like they say, is that alpha maleism, that bravado, that machismo shit. You know what I mean? Like you see, like me, I'll take myself to be a real. I'm feminine. I'm in tune with my feminine side. You know what I mean? But I feel like I'm very much of a tough guy. You know what I mean? I'm built for tough, and I'm about that warfare. And I ain't never ran from nobody. And even with this whole situation with Arizona shit, where I left Arizona was because, you know what I mean, my sister pretty much was on her way out there. And that's how much we gotta protect our matriarchs. Where sometimes you gotta step away from a fucking fight just to protect your matriarchs. And at the same time, brothers, we gotta be willing to go to war for our matriarchs. Straight the fuck up. Like I done told a few of the sisters, even on social media, that I've never met in person, that if they hit me up, just because I understand their spirit, their energy, and I've been actually associated with them for so long, just on social media, and you know what I mean, you can see through what, you know what I mean, people's vibes and shit. And I just been like, yo, I'm ready to, like, yo, I will really go to war for y'all. Like, if it's a righteous cause. I'm not going to war over no nigga shit, no baby daddy drama, none of that bullshit, that earthly human shit. But for the goddess in you, I would go to war. I would put that twerk in. And if y'all come around me, y'all would have that same protection, just like the women around me that are even just family and friends of family have that same protection, even though they may not be conscious of shit. But just because they're women in my presence, and I gotta represent my masculinity, has to represent a certain kind of way. And the motherfuckers that aren't, the sisters that aren't conscious, are just, I mean, the way that I'm willing to go hard and protect them is just practice for the ones that I really should be protecting, the ones I really should be going hard for, the ones I really should be going to war for. And I mean, some women I've seen it's been fucking up. You know what I mean, I done seen the chicks out here beating on niggas and all types of shit. Nigga not trying to hit her, and she trying to throw hands with them and shit. But I don't support that type of shit. I would not defend a chick over that. But if I see a nigga whooping her ass, I'm gonna try to prevent that shit. But like, you know what I mean, like, sisters gotta get some shit checked on their own accord. That's some sisterhood shit that gotta get checked. But as far as us brothers, that with the shit that we need to be checking is about these motherfucking secrets. We need to really be discussing. And y'all, and the sisters that watch this, when y'all meet a brother that tells y'all that, yo, like, yeah, I'm a Freemason, or I'm part of this brotherhood, or I'm part of this brotherhood, if they are not willing to expose every single thing that they've been through initiation, and what they've been taught and learned and educated about, and what the principles of their rituals have been, and all this type of shit, then most likely they part of some shit that's fucking you over. They part of some shit that's putting spells and curses on you, mixed in with that love that they giving you. And this is what the brothers really need to be on and really be exposing and talking about, even among each other, which is, I mean, how you got to get comfortable. Like, I've met brothers that really, I've been around them enough and got so deep in the conversation with them where they've been willing to talk to me about some shit. And I've been a part of these brotherhoods and fraternities and shit like that. But motherfucker, for the most part, you meet brothers that they not willing to talk about this shit. And this is really why I see the sisterhoods are developing and evolving so quickly. And it seems like y'all just getting it, y'all just connecting, and y'all meet each other very quickly, even on social media or in person. And it's like y'all vibe instantly. But when niggas was meeting each other, even the few niggas that I've met in person, and it's like a protective shield or a protective shell up. And then me being the type of motherfucker that I am, I'm all the way out and about with my shit. Like, I don't be like I go around motherfuckers, I be who the fuck I am, and I talk that shit, and I talk cracker shit in front of crackers, and I talk nigga shit in front of niggas, and all that type shit. But what I notice is that the brothers just be like on some distant shit. They'll watch you, then the next thing you know, they watching your social media accounts and shit, and but they don't really vibe with you. Then when they do vibe with you, it's always on some get high shit or get drunk shit or fuck bitches or party type shit. It's never brothers that's really willing to vibe with each other just off the strength of, yo, you know some shit, I know some shit. Oh shit, you in the museum, I'm in the museum. Well, what you got? You know some events. Like, I tried this. I tried to communicate with brothers in person and on social media. And even in person, like out in Arizona, I'm like, yo, okay, you know, you at the museum. Where's the museums at? Where the places at to go out at? Or where do black people meet up at and chill and shit? Like, I try to talk to brothers and connect with brothers, look out for them and all types of shit. And I mean, random brothers and shit. And it's like, they just see an easy mark. They just see a motherfucking nigga that they can finesse easy because the motherfucker showing them so much love and don't even know who the fuck they are. Like, this is the type of shit that we gotta break out of, black men, niggas. We gotta break the fuck up out of that. But the main, like I said, the main shit is this withholding of this knowledge that y'all having in these occult fraternities. that y'all got from these occult fraternities and shit. Hold on, let me step the fuck out this car, cause I can't do this shit. I've been sitting in this motherfucker too goddamn long. And so, the problem that I see that really needs to be, that we really need to be working on, really deals with getting past the egos and shit. Oh yeah, let me show y'all what this fucking museum at. This is the Civil and Human Rights Museum in Atlanta, right here behind me. This is where I'm at in Atlanta right now, right in front of the Civil and Human Rights Museum. And I've been in there, I worked in there, cleaning up and shit. So I done been in there, recording a lot of the pictures that y'all see me been taking in there. When I was talking about, I've been at the museum. But this is the type of shit that we gotta get, that we black men gotta get through and get past and get over. We really gotta go through it with being honest with the women about what the fuck is going on inside these secret fraternities and these occult fraternities and brotherhoods and shit. And we got to get past this whole alpha male egoism. Like, nigga, you a warrior, I'm a warrior. It should be all love from the gate. That it should be like, I don't give, like, if you really a real true warrior, you are fearless and you don't bow down to nobody. You don't allow nobody to bow down to you. So you shouldn't have a problem with connecting with a brother, showing a brother love and shit. Like, I just met my fucking cousin's brother for the first time today, and motherfucker, I went to go dap the nigga up, like, yo, what's up, nigga? The boom boom, like, meet him for the first time and shit. And the nigga was like, yo, shit, nigga, you fair. I might as well show you some love. Nigga gave me a hug, like you hug motherfucker, that, family member type shit. And that's the type of love, like, and niggas ain't feel no type of way, like, niggas ain't feel softer or sweeter or nothing like that. And niggas out there playing pool, shooting pool, and playing spades and barbecuing and all that type shit today. You know what I mean? And I just met these motherfuckers for the first time. You know what I mean? My cousin's family on her father's side. And this is the type of shit that, like, niggas should be doing, especially in the conscious community. This type of shit for conscious motherfuckers. I ain't even gonna say a conscious community, because it's definitely not a conscious community. But if you conscious and you have a conscience and you understand what a divine feminine energy is about and divine masculine energy, and you are a divine masculine that holds that divine feminine within you, and you, especially if you should be reciprocating that love and that power and that strength and that bond and that respect to masculine beings as well as the feminine beings. Not just communicate with the sisters because you got it and they're attracted to that, but we should be communicating with the brothers, because I see that's really like a common thing amongst the brothers out here, is that we know it, we got it, but most brothers is only fucking with the females, and the females, the sisters is showing mad love to them, but it's not. But when it comes down to the brothers, it's always some type of distrust thing or some type of, well, I got this plan, jump on my plan, my bandwagon, or I ain't really vibing with that because I'm on my own time right now. All that shit got to be dead. Like, I'm not with none of that shit. When I see it and sense it in the motherfucker, I'ma still respect them, respect their space. But I'm not gonna have no intentions of getting up with you unless you initiate that first. I'm gonna just leave you in your space. But for the brothers that's really about that shit, you really about that life, you about unifying, and not the one that it's a brother that hit me in my inbox. I'm not gonna say who his name is, but pretty much Black Panther Party type of brother. And I'm like, yo, all right, listen, you around this area, I'm gonna rock with y'all. If some shit jump off or whatever, I'm with the shit. So if y'all on a mission, whatever, I'm gonna respect. I fuck with the Panthers too. You know what I mean? So this nigga gonna send me a message to talk about, well, if you really with us, we need you to pay dues. We need, start sending, you can use your PayPal account, or you can use, I'm like, ho, I ain't say shit about no fucking money. You know what I mean? Like, where the fuck did you get money? Where the money coming to the equation at? Nigga, I'm talking about, like, y'all already put in some real work out here in the communities and shit. I'm with that shit. Y'all, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if it's some warfare jumping off out here in the community. Motherfuckers got to get shot, stabbed, robbed, whatever. Like, I'm with that shit too. Like, I'm just like, yo, I support the Panthers because of what y'all represent, what y'all are supposed to be representing. And this brother straight talking about, well, right now all we need is we need people to pay dues, because ain't people haven't been respecting the all this type shit. You know what I mean? It ain't supposed to work like that. Not at all. You know what I mean? And these are the issues that brothers need to get over and stop fucking with. Like, I understand that niggas need money out here in the world, but we trying to get back to Mother Earth. You know what I mean? And we got to go to war with the world and the economics. Like me, I just put it in my heart that I'm going to be doing this money shit, this money grind by myself. Like, I'm not going to be asking for no more donations or none of that shit, because the donation shit even got out of control on social media. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm done with all that type of shit. I'm just going to be on my own grind, my own hustle, and stack up for whatever money I need to engage the world with. I'm going to get that shit on my own. But as far as like when it comes down to soulism, spirituality, and what brothers need, what we should be doing to qualify ourselves so that we can be qualified by a sisterhood, and we need to be validating this sisterhood. Part of that validation process of your divine feminine is to validate that divine feminine within yourself, but also we need to be validating these sisters, and part of that validation process is going to be full exposure. I ain't saying you got to go into your closet of demons and shit that you done been through in your past, and who you done shot, killed, robbed, fucked, all that type of shit, how many diseases you done had, all that. Like that. Like, we don't need to go that deep into this shit. But as far as with motherfucking when it comes down to the knowledge that we have about the divine feminine, we should be full exposure with that shit. And a lot of these brotherhoods, I'm saying every single brotherhood that swears an oath of secrecy and silence, the beginning stages are the test on how true you are to that oath. And then once you really get up there in them higher levels, you really learn about what the divine feminine really is. And but motherfuckers get so lost and so deep into that shit that they train you to embody that feminine energy yourself. You be the divine feminine within you, because all you have is you. You came into this world by yourself, you'll leave by yourself. Not necessarily, nigga. And that's the problem. Because you don't even know who the fuck yourself is. You think you know, you think yourself is just this vessel that you have and that you possess within your I am and the past lives that you experience and the future lives that you will continue to experience. But your I am and yourself is a lot deeper than that. We are, especially when you're dealing with the reflections and like minds and like spirits and like souls and beings of the same ambitions. All that type of shit. And this is where it's at, man. And this is what I really see as the big problem when I try to figure out, like, yo, why we can't build, why we ain't progressing, how is it that I can advance? And there's a few brothers on here that can advance in their brain, in their minds, and in their health. And you can see it in the way that they live. You can see it in their skin and in their eyes and in their voice and the way they talk and things that they think about. You can see like they advancing, but why is it that we are not advancing as a collective? Why is it that progress is not being made as a collective? Why is it that when a few make progress, many fall back or many fall off? And what it really boiled down to is everybody has these different splinter groups that they're a part of, and they swear certain oaths of secrecy and silence to. And it boils in a lot of secrets and silence deal with feminine energy and how connected they have been with their feminine, or how they have mismanaged their own feminine energy. Because a lot of niggas done been sidetracked and then stepped into some dark, some evil hallways within their life. Even myself included, I have stepped into some motherfucking evil hallways. I have stepped into some dark, some what you would consider to be dark ways, which really was illuminated pathways that have already been illuminated, beings that have already put a light and said that this is the way. They have put lamps up along that pathway and said that this is the way. And I walked that path and I found out that shit was really evil as fuck. But because of love and respect that I have for my brothers, I was willing to take these chances for my brothers. And that shit ain't work out like that. This is really why I stepped off of that shit and started just dealing with the sisters, because every pathway, every path that was lighted by me, for me by another brother, or another brother showing me the way or trying to educate me the way from another black brother that was a leader or supposed to have been leading the black people into another level or another consciousness or whatever, that path that has been lighted, the path that the many has chosen, that shit was dark and evil as fuck. When you really get down to what's really going on, and what's really, and that's why I carry shit the way that I carry shit now, and I really have been comfortable with being by myself. But I really see it's good to be by yourself. It's good to be okay with being by yourself and having the ability to be alone and be comfortable with silence and comfortable with being alone and being a warrior within thyself and for thyself, or being a warrior by being the only warrior. That even when people who need warriors but don't even have the knowledge to seek a warrior or know what a warrior is, but they still need one. You see that they need one, so you should be that because you see that there's a lack thereof. But that don't mean that nigga's ego tripping and cocky. Me personally, I believe in embracing my ego. I believe we should embrace your ego is what helps you understand your I am as a sovereign soul. That's that ego shit. That sovereignty, that hunger for desire for sovereignty. Oh, let me make sure I ain't lock the keys in the car. All right. That hunger and desire for sovereignty, that's that ego shit. That's the ego that lets you know that tells you that this is my I am. That's ego. That ain't motherfucking it's nothing wrong with having an ego. But when you get into the motherfucking the destructive part where the only way that your ego can be sustained is through motherfucking the destruction of other niggas and shit like that. And the only way that your ego, but you willing to destroy other niggas, but you're not willing to destroy these crackers or this system and other shit like that. That's when that shit become a motherfucking problem. That's when that shit becomes a real problem. Talk that ego shit, right? Niggas had to stop and check yourself, and that's what the fuck is really going on out here. You know. That's all I wanted to say, man. Like I really did wanted to take part 2 in another direction, but it's just like some things just came to me, and I felt some things, and I felt like I just needed to let certain things out, and mainly dealing with this occult fraternity, brotherhood, secret society shit. How every single fucking secret brotherhood is withholding knowledge of the divine feminine, and how powerful that brotherhood is based on how much knowledge and how ancient futuristic his knowledge is of the divine feminine. That's how these powerful brotherhoods are so fucking powerful out here, because they keep a woman close, but they won't keep her on her throne. They won't give her her throne or her crown back. And brothers, it's a fucking problem. I don't give a fuck how you slice that pie, man. You can't justify swearing oaths of silence or oaths of secrecy and then saying you ready to come out here and educate and teach people. It's not gonna happen. Because it's always something that you're going to leave out because of your oaths of silence and oaths of secrecy and the demons that you have allowed to attack. You have said that you are willing to accept inside of you and to destroy you if you give up this knowledge, this information, and all the information that you have been sworn to keep secret is always dealing with who the woman is, what the woman's powers and abilities are, all the way from 6 ether to 9 ether to all the way to her kether, her K ether, which is her crown ether, which is her X chromosome, that 10th ether that only a divine black woman can tap in and tune into. And most of y'all brothers know this shit. I'm talking about brothers like Nature Boy, know that shit, but holding all that shit to itself, suppressing his divine feminine. Now I don't want to keep on talking about Nature Boy, Christianity, Bibles, nothing, Moors, none of that shit. Now I mean, cause I've been seeing, how this is becoming like a, part of the whole conscious wave is dealing with stopping, like what I forgot what the sister posted about destroying another nigga so that tearing down other people as part of your message. Your conscious message is tearing down other people. Like I don't want to make that a habit, but I can go there with this shit. Like I said, I don't give a fuck who it is, black groups, white groups, Mexicans, Indians, every etheric frequency, spirituality, religion, I can go tear down all that shit. I know that it's a chink in everybody's armor, including my own. There's chinks in my armor, but you'll never see my weaknesses. I don't have any weaknesses. What you believe to be my weaknesses is my strengths. I make myself vulnerable and I expose myself so that nobody else can do that. Nobody else can expose me. Nobody else can make me vulnerable. Nobody else can make me weak. I show you what I am, and because I show you, I work on that shit. Look at this shit. Motherfucker flying a goddamn drone over this motherfucker. Who the fuck got me? Yeah. But that's all I really wanted to say, man. If I feel like saying something else about this, to the black men in Atlantis, then I get into it. But this is pretty much why. This is why I even said black men in Atlantis. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't believe like Atlantis is who we are and that's all we are. But Atlantis is at one point in time. This was the concept of this being Atlantis, and we living in a world right now. This world is ran by the white man, and the white man understands Atlantis to have certain properties and certain principles and certain realities to it. This is Atlantis. The unification of Atlantis and Lemuria creates the Shambhala. The Shambhala is a heavenly, the heaven on earth type of state. That's what we call Shambhala. That's the mothership that's coming. Is Shambhala. This is all I wanted to really say and get out there. Make sure y'all, you know what I mean, share this video, do whatever it is y'all gotta do, share it. You know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I hope the brotherhood get it together so we can accomplish this freedom and tactfully dismantle this man's world so we can get back to Mother Earth, the woman's earth, straight up. Because it's going to come from the brothers. It's us brothers that gotta be doing all this debating. We got to be doing all this exposure. We got to be doing all this confrontation. It's the brothers that should be doing this. Women should be leading us. We need to be submitting our free will to these divine sisterhoods if they ever do develop and materialize. Shit, show me the black sisterhood, because I come to you and if I validate you and I see that as a real divine sisterhood, that you can go tell me, shoot this nigga, take this from that place, go here and do that. I'm with the shits because I know that I know what it's for. I know it's for a higher purpose. And a lot of y'all don't know. Even the brothers that y'all take as conscious leaders, or who are the OGs of this education, this black divine education, like such as Bobby Hemmett, who I respect greatly. Bobby Hemmett had a sisterhood that was above him, that he would go to for all his rituals and education and initiation and all that shit. Bobby Hemmett had a sisterhood that he would go to, and they would educate him about a spirit army. They would be the ones creating the spiritual armies and spiritual protections and guides, rituals, all that shit, initiating him through these different levels. That's what he would be the one coming out here. He would be the face of that sisterhood, coming out and speaking to all of us. I'm about that life, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean, we may not be ready for it right now, but it's definitely necessary. And I know it's coming. And I know what position I'm going to play. I know what position I want to play and what part I want to play. And I just hope that I get accepted and I get qualified when that time does come. But you know what I mean? I feel like I've been talking too much right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and let cut this off. And peace, power, and ascension to y'all. And I wish I could have talked to y'all last night, but you know, hopefully share this with some brothers and tag some brothers in this. Share this to groups, especially if y'all know it's heavily populated by masculine people, masculine beings that post a lot, communicate a lot, talk about a lot of shit. Like we really need to talk about this, talk about what's going on with the brothers out here. You know what I mean? Because I see sisters is talking to sisters and building with sisters, but the brothers ain't. Everybody act like they stand on their own too. They their own, man, 10 toes down. They about that life warfare, everybody some type shit. Oh well, who gives a fuck? Like if the police surround you, what you gonna do then? I know what I would do. I know what I've done already. You know what I mean? I got records motherfucker can look up. I really have been about this life. Courthouse, prison, streets, motherfucking everywhere. Restaurants, working, employment. But it's bigger than that. It's not about motherfucking rap sheets and reputations and shit. It's about real progress, real elucidation, bringing out of ourselves who we truly are, from the darkness to the light, and being able to make moves with it and create the reality that we want for heaven on earth, or heaven in mind, or heaven in soul, or heaven among souls, or heaven with souls, or a divine place where we can seek our own perfection and flourish and be who we truly are, and have the freedom and sovereignty to be who we truly are, and everybody is on this same accord as far as we're going to make sure that we safe, we protecting this, and we can guarantee that this space is always going to be safe for this type of growth. That's the type of shit that we need. And the brotherhoods it's the brothers that's gonna have to do that. But y'all got to motherfucking abandon these brotherhoods, because these motherfuckers ain't right, and they haven't never been right, ever. It's always been about patriarchal supremacy and masculine supremacists and masculine energy dominating the feminine energy. Or I mean, then when women come to find out, brothers, we start talking about, oh, well, it's supposed to be equality. No, it's not supposed to be equality. It's supposed to be balance, and balance is she was 0, we was 1. Straight like that. She was 0 and we was 1. As in, we were one brothers and we was one with her. That's how it's supposed to be, straight up. Black love, black power, black supremacy. Sovereign soul becomes sovereign. I'm gonna be a magic motherfucker savage. Oh yeah, check out my YouTube page too. I got a YouTube page. Magic, I believe it's Magic Savage All. I don't even know the fucking name of it, but I started doing it. I ain't got too many. I got like 4 or 5 subscribers on that bitch. But check that shit out. Share this video if y'all feel like I really talked about something. If y'all feel like I really need to go in on something even more about anything, y'all already know. Comment it, inbox it, whatever you gotta do, and I will do that. Peace, power, and ascension. Keep your first eye open.